everyone, welcome back to my channel, Turnips to Tangerines, and today we are going to be using our perfect cooker, and we are going to be making Steel Cut Oats. So let's get started here. My sister-in-law gave me this a couple months ago. I've never used it, so we are going to see how it works together. And it comes in pieces. This is the top, and this is the inner liner. And a little bit of dog hair in there. Get that out of there. So according to the directions here, which you get this little book, little perfect cooker manual, I guess you could say, and manual and recipe booklet. So that's what I'm going to be using when I went through this. I saw that right away and I thought, oh, I think I'm going to try it. I love Steel Cut Oats. I eat it all winter long. It's, you know, a lot more meatier than like your old-fashioned oats, even though I do like those also. And I also like Irish oats. McCain, something, I think the name is McCain. They also have some really nice Irish oats to use. So, you know, try different oats. You might be surprised. You know, you're going to probably find one that you might like a lot better than your, you know, instant oats, which is fine, but I prefer to do this. And now with the weather getting colder, I thought, boy, if this works, this will be perfect, because I do like to make oatmeal, all kinds of different kinds of oatmeals, like I said, but sometimes it can be a mess. But let's try this out today. What it says we have to do is it says we have to place the inner pot into the perfect cooker, which I did. We have to add water, which I'm going to add right now, and I'm making a double batch, so I have to add 8 ounces. Oh, which one is the right one? I have to add, oh, wait a minute here. I think I put too much water in here. Okay, this is for 4 ounce. Okay, nope, I was right. 1 cup of water is 8 ounces, and 2 cups of water is going to be 16 ounces. So I'm going to pour the water in here. That's simple enough. Let that aside. And then it says secure the lid and press the cook button. Well, okay, I think I can handle that one. That doesn't sound too hard to do. Nope. And push the cook button, correct? Okay. Okay. There we go. It's on. And then it says when the water is boiling, add in the oatmeal and stir. Okay. Well, like I said, we're making a double batch here, and according to this, you use 4 ounces of Steel Cut Oats, and so that's 8 ounces of Steel Cut Oats. So that is 1 cup also. So while that's doing its thing, I will measure out my Steel Cut Oats, which if you've never seen Steel Cut Oats before, they look very similar to rabbit foot, I call it. Because to me it looks like rabbit foot, I know, or little duck food. We used to have ducks when we were kids at Easter time, and this looks very similar to what we used to feed them. But it doesn't taste like it, I'm sure. Okay, let's pour this in. And here's our cup. I'm going to fill it up just a little extra. And there's our cup of Steel Cut Oats. And it says you can add a little bit of salt if you want, which, yeah, I might add a pinch. And that's it for that. So I'm going to wait here and let this come to a boil, evidently. I'm still waiting for my water to boil. It's been in here, about 5 minutes now, and the water still is not boiling. So I still don't have my Steel Cut Oats in my little perfect cooker, which so far it's taken a little too long, I think, for, I mean, it's not that it's a fast cooker, no, but it shouldn't take that long, as you know, I'm thinking of in the morning when you're getting ready and things like that. You know, you don't want to wait all day for your water to boil before you add your steel cut oats. And I haven't even added them yet. And then it says you turn, like I said, I've never used this before. My sister-in-law gave it to me. I can see why now that she did, because obviously it's I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe it'll taste really good and it'll be worth the wait. So we're going to see. But the directions also say after that, it says, you know, secure. I got something on my secure. Secure the lid. Press the cook button, which I did to have the water boil. I mean, I can boil water on my stove faster than this. But anyway, we're going to keep trying it. And then you add in your steel cut oats, which they take longer to cook anyway than regular oats, but still. And then it says you push the warm button whenever this boils, and then you let it sit for 15 minutes, which I didn't read, obviously, the directions beforehand. Otherwise, I would have probably have thought, okay, 15 more minutes before we can even eat it? I mean, come on now. I mean, I'm not, you know, it's not an Instapot. No. But, you know, come on now. We'll see. So, when it starts to boil, we will be right here. I'll be standing by with my steel cut oats, waiting to put it in here, and then we can wait 15 more minutes. So, you know, come on now. This is ridiculous. Not boiling yet. I imagine when it's boiling there will be steam coming out, but so it's taking roughly, you know, 15 minutes for your water to boil, or 10 minutes for your water to boil and 15 minutes for that. That's almost a half an hour for steel cut oats. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I like eating oatmeal in the winter time. I like eating the old-fashioned oats. I love steel cut oats, Irish oats. I know there's different kinds. I like to try different ones. English oats, I think there is also that are different that I'd like to look into. But whether or not I'll be making it in my perfect cooker here, I don't know. So, we'll see what happens. Is this, no? Nope, not boiling yet. Well, it looks like my steel cut oats here are finally starting to boil. I can see some steam. I'm going to move this back just a little bit here. I see some steam coming out of here, which I would say means it's boiling. Be careful. Yeah, you can see the water here boil, so I'm going to take the top off, finally. And it is boiling. It says, put in your steel cut oats, all of it, and stir, which I'm going to do. I'm doing right now, stirring it. I didn't add any salt. I was going to, and then I don't think that's, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And then it says to put the cover back on. And I don't really think it matters which way here. And you put the cover back on, you clip it, and then push the warm button. Okay. And it says push the warm button. Like I said, I've never used this before. So we're doing this together. It says push the warm button. Push the keep warm button, well, warm button, and let it sit for 15 minutes or until most of the water is absorbed by the oats. Okay. So, 5, 10, 15. It should be done in 15 minutes. And I'll stop back then and we're going to check it out. I have all my stuff ready here. I'm going to put a little bit of maple syrup, drizzle on my oats, I have a little bit of golden raisins here. I prefer the golden raisins over the dark raisins. I always have. I think they're plumper and they're just meatier. They're better. Try them. If you've never tried the golden oats, try them. And in here, the other day I made some cinnamon sugar toast, and I mixed some sugar with some cinnamon, and I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on my oatmeal, or on my Steel Cut Oats when it's done. So I'll be back in 15 minutes, and we're going to see if this thing is worth keeping or not. Hello. It's been 15 minutes since I put in my Steel Cut Oats. So we are going to check it out. I'm going to open up the top, lift it off. Ooh, it looks good. If you can look in there. And it's not all stuck to the sides like sometimes oatmeal does. And it looks pretty good. And we are going to scoop some up. And I'm going to quickly turn this off right here. There we go. And I'm going to scoop it up. And I'll put some in here in our bowl. And it looks like there's plenty here for several people. Well, not several, but for a couple. I'd say actually 3 servings, because this stuff is very filling. The Steel Cut Oats, and this is plenty for myself for 1 serving. In fact, it's probably more than enough. And I still have that much inside. So I would say a good, oh geez, I'd say even 4 to 6 servings, I would say. Because like I said, with Steel Cut Oats, you don't want to, have a huge big bowl of oatmeal. Okay, and so we're just going to set that aside right there. It looks good. I'm going to give it a try. Like I said, I have my bowl ready here. I just put the Steel Cut Oats in here. And now I'm just going to sprinkle some golden raisins on top, because that's what I like on my oatmeal sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. And we're just going to sprinkle a little bit on top. And there we go. Now my fingers are nice and sticky. One thing about raisins, they can be sticky. And so far we have that. And what's nice about this is you do have this little liner here. And, that's kind of nice. It has the measurements on the side, and, it's kind of nice because you can, I suppose if you really were running, late on time, you could just, cool this off and put it in your refrigerator too, if you had to. Otherwise, it looks like it's going to be really nice and easy to clean, which sometimes with oatmeal, if anybody's ever made oatmeal, you know how messy the pan can be if you make it on the stove. So, which I don't even know if people do that anymore. And this is my cinnamon sugar mixture. Now I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on the top for a little sweetness. Not a lot, because I can't have a lot of sugar. Well, what the heck there. That's plenty. Cinnamon sugar, yum. And then I'm going to take a drizzle of some nice Wisconsin maple syrup that I got from my son-in-law. Gave me this, and the company, it's called Red River's Finest, and it's made in Cecil. And I'm just going to lightly drizzle a little bit on there for a little bit of mapley flavor. And then that'll be it for that. Whoop. And there we go. That's my syrup, homemade syrup. If you're ever driving through Cecil, stop by and pick some up. So, here we go. I'm going to test this out. Here's my oats, Steel Cut Oats. I'm just going to stir it up a little bit. I have my raisins, some cinnamon sugar mixture, and some little drizzle of syrup there. I'm going to take a little bite here. I'm going to see how that works. The oats are nice and crunchy, yeah, which I like that. They're not mushy. It tastes really good. My only complaint I would say right now is, for me, it is not hot enough. So I would have to put it in my microwave for a little while. Yeah. It's warm, but I like my oatmeal really warm, really hot, I should say. So, as far as the oatmeal is concerned, it tastes good. And I notice now the longer it sits in here, the thicker it's becoming. It's really starting to thicken up a little bit. Is that gonna... How come that isn't really working, focusing here? I don't know. Yeah, it's really starting to thicken up nicely. You know, it is. It's nice and whatever here. But I don't know. Would I make it again? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I like the pot. It worked nice. But it took a good, I would say what? It took a good 5 to 8 minutes to get the water to boil in the little perfect cooker here. And then it took 15 minutes on warm to cook the Steel Cut Oats. And they're not real hot. So would I make it again in this? I'm going to have to say no. It's nice. I mean, I'm going to eat my breakfast here, but I won't use it again for Steel Cut Oats. In fact, that's why I took it from and my sister-in-law said, hey, do you want that? I said, sure. Then I saw the oatmeal recipe and I thought, oh, great, this is just wonderful. But now that I've done it, I won't do it again. So, the oatmeal tastes good, very good. I love Steel Cut Oats and I'm going to eat that. But as far as this perfect cooker is concerned, I'm glad I didn't pay for it. I don't know how much they go for. Like I said, I've never used them before. Never used it. And will I use it again? And unfortunately, the answer to that is going to have to be a big no. Have a good day.